Hello everyone and welcome to a Gold Rush pre-alpha game testing live stream doohickey thingy. I'm joined today by two of our developers who have been helping to work on Gold Rush for the last wee bit, so would you like to introduce yourselves, gentlemen?
Hello, I'm SkillerFox3 and I've been working on Gold Rush over the past half year. Yeah, and Robert has been helping me over the past 3 months, I guess. A lot of
I'm
work
contracted labor.
This and our other mystery voice is... Introduce yourself, Robert.
I'm Robert.
And okay, that's the shortest intro I've ever had. So we're just going to be taking some questions here on the live stream. I think Robert and Skiller are both going to be checking out the live stream and answering some questions. So without further ado, we'll get the match underway on Valleys. So do one of you gentlemen like to start us?
Yep, I'll do that.
Merg, you want to link the stream in the chat for the players who are...
I shall indeed. Oh, I seem to be in a team, but I shall quit out real quick. So shout.
Rip.
Okay, so for everybody, if anybody's watching for their first time, this is our latest game mode, which we're hoping to release into alpha state very soon this year, with a beta following up and then a full release as well. So Gold Rush is a 2-team PvP game mode. It's going to be a much shorter game mode than most of our other offerings, like a much shorter mode, so similar to Smash in terms of play length, around 20 minutes. Not compared to Annihilation, which games can last over an hour. So we're really trying to look for a bit more of a shorter, but still a unique, fun experience here on Gold Rush. So the objective of the game is to destroy the enemy smelter, which is this building here. Each smelter has 2,500 health, and as the game progresses, there are no phases, for example, like in Annihilation, but there is a side quest which you can see here on the right hand side of the screen, so that'll open up a new objective. So the way that the game is played is that you have to get gold, so players will mine the gold ore here, and then they will come into their smelter, chuck it into the lava, and it will be processed. Once a gold ore is processed, everybody on the team is rewarded with some of your gold, and you can use that to unlock upgrades. So for example here, I could upgrade us to stone swords for 500 gold. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if we can open up a range for the archer kits. So, each map of Gold Rush will have a unique side objective, because gold is the main way that you are able to unlock classes, kits, upgrades for your classes, and purchase items from the shop as well. So that's new tactics such as your archer, your warrior, your rogue. The shop has some powerful potions. It also has bombs in it at the highest levels. So there's a couple of different ways that you can go about. The easiest way is just to run up to the smelter and smack it with a wooden pickaxe, but you won't do much damage. So you really be looking to try and progress your team elsewhere. So looks like blue here, because I have joined blue. So I'm just having a look at their smelter here. I've got 200 gold, so I'm going to dump that all towards double smelter speed so we can unlock the gold a bit quicker. So how are we doing for teams? Are we balanced here, gents? Nah, I don't think we balanced.
Two as one person more.
It's balanced.
It's because you're on blue.
But that's fine. So, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the chat, and Skiller and Robert will do their best to have a look, and we'll answer your questions. So feel free to ask us anything you wish. In the meantime, I'm just going to...
Far there are no questions left yet. So.
Fair enough.
Someone said hello. So, hello.
Oh, I didn't tweet. Idiot.
I'm not seeing the stream live.
Watching.
Apparently.
I've got 11 people watching apparently, so I think I am live.
That's probably my internet.
I'll have to double check. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah, you are live.
No, I am. I've got people watching. Hey. So we'll just have to. I think people just need to catch up on the video. But I've tweeted it out, so we'll get a couple more people probably coming in now, just to repeat my entire self.
So the first question is, are clans going to be a thing? Well, probably not for the alpha and beta stages, because that's just like a whole new system that has to be made, and that costs a lot of time. So we would love to implement clans, but for now it's just not in the scope, and it will most likely be later on.
The stripped down version of a clan would probably be a party system, and we would try and look to implement that as an earlier sort of release to allow players to group up together and play. So since Blue is actually down and I'm completing up, I'm actually going to hop into the game here, boys, so if that's okay. Just feel free to fire me some questions.
Another question, who's speaking? Well, that's me, Skillefox. We've got Merg over here and Robert.
We might need to redo our introduction since we
yeah,
stream. So, hello everyone, my name is Mergatron, I'm the network lead for Shotbow, and I am joined today by...
My name is Skilla. So I have been doing Gold Rush development over the past half year.
And we also have...
Hi, I'm Robert. I am just here to help out.
These introductions are so awkward.
They're so professional. It's unreal.
I'm bad at this.
So, next question. Other topic. Is this a public or a private event? Right now, this is just like pre-alpha, so it's only opened to Obsidians, Emeralds, and subscribers and media partners. So.
As well as staff.
Just because, yeah, and staff, of course, because they've all been supporting us over the past years.
Oh god, Blue, we've got the golem incoming. Okay, so for those of you who've just joined the stream and don't know what Gold Rush is, 2-team PvP game mode, 2 teams battling it out to destroy the enemy smelter, which is this big old building. Easiest way to do that is to smack it with a pickaxe, but a little wooden pick won't do much. So you can upgrade your gear and items by getting gold, throwing it into the lava. And at the moment, we are currently, as Blue Team, trying to kill this golem before it reaches our base. This is one of the side objectives. Red has bribed a villager to release this golem, and he's about to smack down our gate. As you can see, we're all desperately trying to kill this golem with our iron picks. He's broken down the gate. He might be able to stop him before he gets to the smelter. It's gonna be close. Come on! Die! Okay, we got him. Okay, so we can repair our gate here as well.
Could you press tab, Merg?
Could I press what?
Tab.
Tab. Okay.
I guess someone wants to know who's playing.
Oh, okay. There you go. There's all the people who are playing. Hope that answers your question. Okay.
All right.
Anything else? The golem is pretty OG. Oh, okay, that's a bug. Our gate appears to be bugged slightly, so Blue Team can't get into their base.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's a broken thing, but that's fine. It's pre-alpha. This is what we're expecting. Oh, now it works.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Maybe we're just standing in front and like looking at the person being annihilated by like the enemy.
Oh dear.
And then watch.
We actually just debuffed the golem a little bit. It was even healthier the last time we played, and it destroyed Blue in one try.
It's more than twice as weak.
So Blue here is just getting shreked. We are getting our smelter just pounded here. McJeffer is going to kill me because I'm bad at bow spam. Jeff, go away, please. Jeff, please. No. Jeff, no. Jeff! Jeff, no. Jeff takes no nut back. Abuse! Darn it. So when I die, I lose 50% of my gold. Thankfully, I wasn't carrying any on me at the time. But it looks like our team, blue team here, doesn't actually have many miners. So I'm going to change back to miner, and I'm going to try and get some gold ore for our team. Oh, looks like Pichu's trying to sneak round. Oh, he's got an ender pearl. Here he comes. Uh-oh. Pichu pearling in there. So obviously this is pre-alpha. The game mode is still needing a bit of balance here and there. We're still looking at anti-snowball techniques to make sure one team doesn't get a massive advantage, is able to lead the charge. There was a question asked in the lobby: why is this? Why is pre-alpha and alpha only open to some players? Main thing is it's a smaller testing pool. It allows us just to get some concentrated feedback, but we also like to reward our players who have gone above and supporting us. And we are similar with When a Rogue and any new release, we always try to give our players who support us first dibs to have a go. But the alpha shouldn't be lasting too long, and we'll be getting it opened up to you platinums, golds, silvers, and eventually basics as well. With a full release, we'll probably have a look at letting some free players join, maybe just before release. But if you want to have it go, folks, then you'll need a rank on Shotbow. So as I was saying before, every map will have a unique side objective. So this one is obviously where the golem comes along and smacks down your base. The other map in rotation at the moment is Icarus, and that has a pirate cannon. So you bribe the. Oh, we've got bombs going off. Oh god. Pichu, go away! You're very annoying. Go away, please. Right, we take
5 seconds of fame.
Oh, grief. Our gate and our wall is under attack. There's too much going on.
Robert, there's a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Can you give us some infos about the Wasted comeback?
Oh yeah, so Wasted has been an ongoing project for quite some time, I'm sure you know if you've been following it. We've kind of had a shift of priorities on the back end, which included, me helping with some of the development on Gold Rush to get it moving forward. But as we kind of move through some of these other priorities in the queue, we'll be able to invest more time into Wasted. It's a case of sorting through priorities at the moment.
If you're looking somebody to blame, folks, I'm more than happy to take the blame there. Unfortunately,
there's just a lot to do.
There is a lot to do, and unfortunately, as always with Shotbow, it's always a question of, do we work on multiple projects, or do we try and focus our efforts to, get a game mode out? And Robert is very kindly, even though he is Robert is a volunteer dev, as we all are. I'm a volunteer admin, but he's very kindly agreed to stop work on Wasted for now to help us with Gold Rush, and so. For all you Wasted community
fans. The one point we cannot argue with on this is that Gold Rush is much further along in the development process right now than Wasted. With Doc, who is my co-developer on Wasted, currently investing a lot of time into Mine Z, it's just not feasible to try and push it out at this point. We wouldn't be able to achieve the quality that we're looking for in such a short amount of time.
So for all you Wasted community players who are eagerly awaiting the return of Wasted, it will come out. We do want to make it come back. We have huge support for the mode, and we know players love it. We just need to invest the time. But right now, we want to get Gold Rush out because, oh well, there goes the I think the final game for tonight. But as you can see, a couple of things that we may still need to work on, such as anti-snowballing, because as you saw there, Red just got an advantage and was able just to, use that and just completely steamroll us here on Blue. We've barely managed to touch them, so there's still work to do. We look forward to doing it. Pichu, stop making the server lag. Horrible boy.
Previous match, Red kind of came back from the dead and won. So.
Oh. Go away, Pichu. Go away.
When will Gold Rush be released? Well, that's just not known yet. We're working on it as much as we can and try to push it as much, but we're all volunteers again, so...
Alpha will definitely be this year. I can't imagine Alpha not coming out this year. Beta probably this year.
Yeah, most likely this summer.
Yeah, full release. We're not sure on the full release. There's a couple. There's obviously scope for us to expand the mode and do a bit more with it. There's new things that we want to try, but obviously we have to review, what is actually required of the game for release public and what we can maybe save for a future update. While still having enough content, to make it actually viable on first release. So,
once the game itself is stable, we probably start on adding new maps and new objectives, and maybe even more objectives per map, so it's not like the same over and over again. So, but that's also later for beta.
Just seen a question in the lobby from Fresh Green here, and he says, "What is the point of the golems?" So the object of the side quest is to try and, if it was just simply attack the enemy smelter, it would be a bit boring from a gameplay perspective. The side quest is meant to add another dynamic, another incentive, with the emeralds, so it will distract your team. You're not collecting gold, you're now collecting emeralds. It's a different currency, it can't be used elsewhere, so that's a consideration. For Icarus, you have to kill mobs, which are a bit more tricky to get to, so there's that. So there's a few considerations there why a side objective is good. The golem is unique because it'll just target your smelter relentlessly, and if you don't respond to it quickly enough, then your team will be in trouble. Which is why it adds that other dynamic. But the main thing for us
this is an important step here to getting the players into the match, because we've been looking to get finally some community feedback on the mechanics, and hopefully the players who have participated and the players who have watched will be able to provide some now and allow us to integrate that while we work towards the alpha. I see a couple questions in the chat here. One about what was wrong with Old Wasted. Old Wasted, the code for it somewhat melted down during the transition into 1.8, and it was just deemed at the time that the outdated code would not be worth trying to update for what we gain from it. We'd have to invest already a lot of time in to try and patch that up, and it would be better just to rewrite it. On Ghostcraft, I will be transitioning to Ghostcraft eventually if I can get the time in between when we're done with Gold Rush, or I'm off this project, and if Doc is still working on Mine Z, then I'll be putting time in on that. The only thing that would kick Gold Rush lower, or Ghostcraft lower in the queue, would be if we started investing time in Wasted heavily. Jeff said, will there be build guidelines for the buildings and maps? Yes, that will come out eventually. We're going to be looking to hopefully open up community submissions of maps, probably with beta, I would imagine.
Yes, something like that.
As far as a game guide goes, we were working on a video. It's not quite finished yet, but there will be a video out that will explain the mechanics thoroughly.
So, gents, do you think we have time for one more, or are we calling it quits for here tonight?
It's kind of late for me right now, so I'm gonna leave anyway. You could do one, but see.
I think we'll call it quits for tonight, maybe. So apologies, folks, for the short stream, and apologies a bit later than expected. Some things came up IRL, which meant I couldn't quite make the time as promised, but hoping to be a bit more punctual next time with these streams. We'll get a couple more players in.
Well, we have some stuff to work on too, so next time we launch it, it'll be a little bit closer to alpha.
Absolutely. Every day closer. Every day closer. Well, in which case, folks, thank you, Robert and Skill, for joining me and for hosting the test games earlier, which weren't live streamed, but I'm sure we got some fantastic reception from the players, and we will see you all in the next live stream. Take care.
Bye.